Hey, I just want to do a smoky eye, and I got these nails, and basically every time I do something to my nails, I have to incorporate it into the makeup, you know what I mean? So I want to do a smoky eye with like a pop of like neon yellow. So that's what we're gonna do. By the way, let me know if you want to see an updated base tutorial, because I feel like my base has been like kind of incredible, and I'd be happy to share it with you. I was gonna film that today, but I just didn't, because I wanted to ask you first, even though I know the answer probably. So to prime my eyelids, I'm gonna be using the NARS Tinted Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base. What color is this? Light, in the shade Light. It's like a very matte, velvety base. Love, love yard work, I love it. Kind of just using like a small amount to cancel out any discoloration, blending up to my brows. I'm using two well, I guess the other palette is like new-ish. I just haven't used it. And then another brand new palette. So the first one is going to be the smoky eye side. This is by Vanity Makeup. If you don't know Vanity Makeup on Instagram, she launched contour palettes, which I talked about like a while ago. And this is her newest launch, which is this beautiful eyeshadow palette. I mean, it's just like, she's really taken a page from the Pat McGrath book, I gotta say, with just the luxe packaging. And like, look at the shades, are absolutely stunning. So when I opened this up, I was like, ooh, I have to use this. And they look super velvety. Just a really beautiful, I think it's called, what's it called? The Signature palette. It's expensive. It retails for $95, just so you guys know, but really like the quality. I obviously haven't tried the shadows yet, so we're gonna try those today. But I just love the shades so much. Really gorgeous. They, it kind of reminds me of the Vive palette. Let's see how it compares actually. Similar vibes, you know what I mean? I guess some more warm tones in the Vive palette. I just got really excited when I looked at it, especially like this color. I don't know why, but I really love that. And then for the pop of color, I'm gonna be using, I can't believe I haven't used this yet. This is by Hank and Henry Beauty. This is, what is this called? Tie-dye, the tie-dye palette. I think this was a collab, but I can't read the name on the front of it, so I don't know who it's with. Bianca Linares? I really doubt I said that right. But anyway, so this is the tie-dye palette. Just so many great colors, you know? So obviously, like, look at, it's a perfect match. So we're gonna use that yellow. So I think I'm gonna start off with the smoke, some classic smoke. So I'm gonna use my Morphe M433 brush. And I think I'm gonna start off with that pretty, like, cool toned neutral shade. I'm kind of like torn between fall and summer right now. I like really want fall, but I'm still into these like neon pops of color, so that's like sort of part of the inspiration for this makeup look. All right, I'm gonna focus this on the outer part. That is such a beautiful color. Wow, I love it so much. It's like the perfect cool tone. Very happy with that. Perfect contour color for eyes. Super velvety. Okay. I already love this palette. I'm gonna have to play with this more because I don't think I'm gonna be using any of the shimmers because I want this to be all matte. So let me know if you want to see this again. It's already blending beautifully. So I'm creating like a triangle shape on the outer part. I want to keep this kind of like a little tighter in. Dying. Also, whoever said that they love this eyeshadow primer, I had like used it once, and I think it was when my eyes were peeling. My eyelids were peeling, so I wasn't like the biggest fan of it at the time. But I started using it again, and it is really nice. Yeah, I love that color. I just don't know how I want this to go. I'm gonna grab this color. Just kind of like a, I don't know, burgundy brown. I'm gonna use that same brush. These eyeshadows are incredibly velvety, I gotta say. Hope we don't get any fallout. I'm gonna pack this on the outer corner. And I kind of want to just place this all over the lid. I'm just kind of using like soft circular motions and buffing it inward because I haven't decided if I want to like lighten this area or keep it light, I mean. And then I'm gonna slowly blend that into the crease. Just kind of like buff into the original shade. I love how soft the eyeshadows are. They look like butter on the skin. You guys are gonna have to let me know. Sometimes when I'm blending, I think it's blending beautifully, and then other people will be like, it looks patchy as shit, and I'm like, what? Well, that looks, you know what I mean? Give me a second to blend it. All right, well, that part is getting really patchy. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave the inner part, even though this area is like becoming a problem. I'm gonna leave the inner part lighter. So I'm grabbing my Wayne Goss number 16 brush, which is just like a big fluffy brush, and I'm gonna use it clean and just blend around the edges, just kind of like blending that into my foundation and brow bone. And I'm really gonna wipe this off. Where'd my switch go? I've been using that Sigma switch thing. It's really helpful. So I'm wiping it. It really does work too, you know, pretty well. I'm gonna go in with that first shade, the cool tone shade that we used on the first brush. What the fuck is this? Get the fuck out of here. And I'm gonna buff around this. Okay, I want to incorporate a little bit more red tones in the lower lash line. So for my waterline, I'm going to use the ColourPop BFF Cream Gel Liner in the shade Joyride, which is kind of just like a burgundy, but I think it'll just really complement these tones. So I'm going to run this all along my waterline and a little bit onto the lash line, just so there aren't any gaps between my lashes and my lash line. I'm going to grab the e.l.f. Detail Crease brush, and I'm going to pick up the first contour shade, what? First eyeshadow shade, that cool tone. Do they have names? No, just the cool tone shade. And I'm going to run that along my eye bag. So kind of treating it like my, my transition shade up in my crease. Like kind of just defining this area, but it's the lightest shade that we're going to use. We're going to get darker as we get to the lash line. I'm getting a little bit of fallout on my cheekbones. There is quite a bit of kickback with these. So you want to make sure that you're like they're pretty pigmented, but they're very velvety. But when I dip in to the shadow, I do get like quite a bit of kickback. So you just want to make sure that you're really tapping off your brush so that you're not getting like little flecks coming down, or do your eyes first, you know, because they're pretty pigmented. Not in a heavy way, but because they're so lightweight, they just kind of like travel, you know. So when you place it down before you start buffing, you kind of want to like pat. So you're placing the pigment down, and it's not just good, because once you start doing this, like you can get it in here, it can start going out here, so you just want to be careful about how you're applying it. This is driving me so crazy. I think my eyelids are still peeling, and that's the problem, but yeah, it's having a hard time sticking in that area because it's very dry. All right, I'm gonna grab a little like pencil brush. I've been loving this one from BH. It's the Say Something collection. I don't know, but this is just like a little pencil brush. I think it's called the Smoke Brush. I just really love it. I'm gonna grab that red brown, and I'm going to pack that all along the lash line, basically along that liner, just tighter to the lash line. So I'm packing it on, and then I'm slowly buffing down, but like not, you know, obviously not taking it down as far as the other one. Just making sure that I'm blending it into that. Pretty. I really like that. They blend very, very nicely. Especially like along my my lower, hello, focus. along my lower lash line. I've had a hard time with eyeshadow sticking there recently. And they also, just like, because I have so many fucking creases under there, they often don't look smooth. But these look very like nice and soft and smooth, so. All right, for the inner part of the, you're probably like, where's the neon? Trust me, we're gonna get there. But for the inner part of the lid, I'm gonna use the Dream Fluffy Shader Brush, Sigma, and I'm gonna grab this color, this like vanilla, matte vanilla shade. This is pretty close to my skin tone. And I'm just going to pack it like literally on the inner part of the lid, like that. And then I'm just gonna kind of pat it into these. I might go in and do a little bit more blending. Okay, where they meet looks a little gray to me. So I'm gonna use that same brush, but I'm gonna grab this color, the like orangey. It's not orange. What am I talking about? Warm taupe. The other one's probably taupe. It's like a warm neutral, and I'm going to blend here. Tapping between those two shades. Yeah, right here. Oh my god. And then I'm gonna grab the reddish brown, once again on the Morphe M433, and I'm just going to blend a little bit here because I just want more of that, you know? Because I want it to be more smoke than not. Okay, love it. All right, now for the pop. Actually, let's do a liner really quick. I'm gonna use the Makeup by Mario black pencil, and I'm gonna line against my lash line. Just kind of dotting along my lash line, doesn't need to be perfect. I'm gonna blend it. I'm gonna flip around, use the brush, pat and drag to blend that. When I get to the outer corner, I'm pulling inward so that I'm not blending that out too much. I'm not trying to make like a wing or anything. I'm just trying to blend that liner a little bit. Just want to add like a nice definition to the eyes. With these are a little bit waxy, so you just kind of want to like go in and start buffing immediately before they can set. Right, and then I'm gonna grab that little pencil brush again from BH, and I'm gonna grab, I'm actually gonna tap between the brown and the black, and then I'm gonna use that to pat over that liner and just kind of soften it. And then as I get to like the inner part, I'm just like really trying to keep it super tight to the liner. But you can see that I'm adding like a little bit of a smoky effect. So it's just gonna soften that liner and also set it. But it just helps to like really thicken up that lash line. I like that. I think I'm gonna take a little bit of the black eyeshadow on my lower lash line, just like a teeny bit on the outer part of my lower lash line. Just like right here. Yeah. Just to kind of like mirror what's going on upstairs. This is a little frustrating because this part is just like overly pigmented right here, and I like cannot blend it for some reason, like no matter what I do. And I'm really trying to tone it down. Whatever, I'm just gonna have to give up on that. All right, for the neon part, I'm gonna start off with the KVD White Out Longwear Pomade. So this can be used for eyebrows, it can be used as like a liquid or a gel liner. I'm gonna be using it to really amplify that neon shadow that I showed you. So I'm gonna use another one of those. Actually, I think it's the same. Oh no, this is Smudge. So this is also from that BH collection. This is Smudge, so it's just a little bit larger than the Smoke brush. And that's what I'm gonna use to apply the KVD pomade. So So I'm just gonna dip my brush in here and place a little bit in the inner corners. Now this stuff does set, so you gotta work kind of quickly, but I'm just gonna buff it. And the reason that I'm using this white thing is just so that that eyeshadow will really pop. Because obviously the lighter your base, the more the color will stand out on top of it. And I think I'm just gonna build that up a little, especially in the inner corner. And what's nice about this is that it like goes on really creamy at first. Actually, that just looks cool. It goes on really creamy, so it allows you to blend nicely, but then it really, like, you'll start to feel it set. But it does give you enough wiggle room. So this actually, I feel like this makes a really good base for eyeshadows if you really want them to pop. All right, and then using my Sigma E27 brush, this little guy, I'm gonna pick up that yellow shade, which is called Lit from the tie-dye palette. And I'm gonna pack that over that white. So I'm really focusing it here, and then I'm just gonna kind of like pat to blend until it looks like it's glowing. Radioactive. That looks so cool. Literally looks like it's glowing. Ooh, yeah, that looks really cool. Probably could have built up that white a little bit more, but whatever. Just know that like the whiter it looks on your skin, the more the color is really gonna pop. It kind of makes me look cross-eyed. All right, guys, so this is the finished look. I just popped on my Love Scene, oh, what are they called? Love Scene Inez lashes. They're just like individual, well, they're like little clusters, so you can kind of like mix and match. And then I just did my lip. Taupist, it's gone, and a Melt lipstick. Where did it go? I don't even know where it went. It's just like a light peach. All right, guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. I just wanted to play with some new eyeshadow products, and I really wanted to like, I just wanted to do this look. Like I really just wanted to make this look. You know what I mean? Basically, it's like fall meets summer neon. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you want to see next. Do you want me to talk about the Hourglass, the really expensive Hourglass palette? Because I have it, and I thought about doing a video talking about it. And also discussing other recyclable eyeshadow palettes. Thoughts? My earrings are from a brand, I don't know how to say it. Joyeux. I don't know, it's French. This brand, they're on Instagram. If you guys want to check them out, I'll link them down below. All right, guys, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.